The Daredevil Season 3 trailer dropped this week. It's an official full-length trailer, and I'm going to give you guys a baby breakdown, I may. Starting with number 1, Daredevil holding the cross. It's the opening scene for the trailer. This is actually based on a very popular Marvel Knights cover of Daredevil, where Marvel Knights is kind of like the more adult, where Marvel Max is like super violent. This is like a little bit tamer. Next, why the costume looks different. I actually found in the Born Again story, which Season 3 looks like it's based on. During his recovery, Matt, while he's in the coven, he goes into the basement. He actually cobbles together a costume, and this is the TV show's version of that after what's happened with the Defenders. Also, I want to point out Fisk's white suit, which is more comic accurate. Everyone wanted to see Vincent D'Onofrio in that trademark white suit. It seems like he's being born again after he's getting out of prison after making that plea deal.
Metaphorically born again.
Yeah. And next, it seems pretty clear that Kingpin knows that Daredevil and Matt Murdock are the same person. You actually see them at one point talking to each other in a bar without looking at each other, which is kind of fun. And in the comic Born Again, Wilson Fisk is aware that Matt and Daredevil are the same person, which is really interesting. So they're really diving into that story. Also, I don't know how Kingpin actually makes it out of this season if he does know the identity of Matt Murdock. We'll have to see. Also, some other people's fates are up in the air. But next, having someone dress up as Daredevil to kind of, disgrace his image and whatnot, that's actually from Born Again as well. In that comic, Kingpin hires just a mental patient to run around with him. Shockingly, I don't think we're going to see that in this TV show. But also, we've seen Bullseye, who has been confirmed to be this character, dress up as Daredevil in the Dark Avengers run, which is a really cool comic book run. But next, Bullseye has been confirmed for this show, and in this series, his alias has been confirmed to be Benjamin Poindexter, which is my favorite alias from the comics. It's great. He will never stand out in the crowd. But I also want to point out this scene where he's holding the gun up is actually based on another Daredevil comic cover, which is very cool. It was pointed out by Reddit user GIF95. But finally, this is like the big thing that I pulled from this trailer. The other Daredevil, Bullseye, we see him at one point in the New York Bulletin, which is the newspaper that Karen Page works for, and also famously in the comics, Bullseye is killed Karen Page. That's one of his big no-no moments in comics, so I don't think she's going to be making out of this season. But are you guys excited? You get double the Daredevil. There's no Elektra maybe this season, and you're getting a lot more Wilson Fisk compared to season 2. So what are you thinking? How are you feeling?
And I think what's really good about going this way with using the alternate version of Daredevil, the doppelganger as Bullseye, what's really good is I hope that they just use it as only explore Bullseye as his relationship with Daredevil is. I think that was really good about what the MCU did with Winter Soldier. Like, they could have explored the Winter Soldier more, but really it was about the relationship between Bucky and Steve. And I think if we can just get the relationship between these characters of Daredevil, have to deal with a non-Daredevil Bizarro version of him. I think that's the thing that has me most excited.
Same. And also look at that jawline on that boy right there. That's insane. That's crazy. This guy
sharp.
He's probably gonna sharpen a little paperclip on there and kill somebody.
I'll just add real quick that one of the reasons I'm excited. It's a little bit of a sad reason, but I don't know how much longer these Netflix Marvel shows are going to last with the Disney streaming service coming soon, and with the downhillness of their viewership since Iron Fist. So I point at you because you look like Danny Rand. Hello. But I think that means they're going to leave it all out there, right? They're just going to put everything into this season and just balls to the wall, and that I'm really excited for.
Same. No, with Luke Cage and Iron Fist, because those have been the most recent Netflix series that we've been able to see, they seem to be going more balls to the wall, where it's Luke Cage, they take their character to a point where it's if Luke can't get hurt by anything, what actually happens to a person's character if you can't be challenged by anyone? And that's interesting. Iron Fist, you open up the goodie bag of all the history you can go into. And with Daredevil, it's do the story that everyone wants you to do, that all of you have wanted to do for so long. So I'm excited for that. Also, I'm excited to see how Bullseye gets his hands on this costume, because it could be a cool showdown between Gladiator, who made the costume for Matt, and Matt. I think there's going to be a cool coming at each other.
Yeah. Well, let us know in the comments below what you're most excited about from this trailer, and what, tell us how you think the whole direction of these TV shows should go. Should the DC or the Disney streaming service continue them, or are we looking for an out point? Thanks, everybody.